What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden NFL 16 Ultimate Team gameplay. I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you guys. My plan was to record a full season of gameplay and post those for you, and then play a full season, and then record another full season, and then play a full season, and just keep doing that. That way, the content isn't like all the same, basically, like it would be the same team and all that stuff. My plan was to only show you guys every other week. That way I would have better players, more players, stuff like that. But this weekend was a very busy weekend for me, so I wasn't able to actually do that. So this is actually like the third week of the season following the ones that I just wrapped up in my previous video. And right here my opponent just pauses and quits. I don't know if he was trying to just demote himself or if he just got too busy or whatever. But that's the end of this game. But like I was saying, had a very busy weekend. I actually went to the Alabama LSU game in Tuscaloosa, and man, that was an awesome game. If you guys didn't know it, I'm an Alabama fan. I had a blast, and I wasn't able to talk very well for the next couple of days. My voice definitely was gone. But anyways, I had a blast. But we're going into the fourth week right here of this next season, and this I thought was a bit better of a matchup. But at some point I go and look at his team, and his whole team is like 87s and 86s, and mine are mostly 85s. And I know that's not a big difference, but it just, I don't know, it seemed to add up. It's right there. He just, I don't know, he gets kickoff return for a touchdown, and that's definitely not what I needed. The computer dove at him, and it actually knocked down the guy that I was using. So that just allowed him to just stroll right on in. But just 12 seconds into the game, I'm already down 7-0, and that's definitely not how I like. It's not how I like to start it. As this kicker actually gets a big hit. So we're just going to start out with Gurley and try to get the ground game running, and I'm actually able to pick up about 5 yards right there. And I notice he's doing this 4-3 under B-gap blitz, and right there he just gets a block shed. But in the last video I faced that and I didn't know how to stop it. But between that game and this game, I figured out how to block it. So it's not gonna get to me that much. Although it does, I'm very conscious that it's coming and that he could easily get a block shed. And because of that, I don't necessarily make the best reads this whole game. But this guy, he's got the Joe McKinnon, and he just uses him a lot, and he likes to do the inside zone a lot, which is a very good play. And on 4th and 4, I actually get a stop. And this guy actually had really good users for his linebacker spot, and it's just not possible to run against that B gap blitz, not to that side at least. But on 3rd and 6, I'm actually able to pick up a first down and get a nice little, I don't know, probably about a 10-yard gain. So I'm just going to go right back to the tight end. And if you can pick up the blitz when they bring it, you can usually find people open. But he actually gets a block shed, and my lineman scoops it up, and his momentum just carries him backwards about 10 extra yards. I almost come down with a big catch right there, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do it. But I end up getting to about the 35-yard line on the next play, kicking a nice field goal to make it a 7-3 game. Right after the start of the second quarter. So now we're just gonna try to get another defensive stop. I stopped him the first time, so we're just gonna try to do it again. And right away he's gonna come out in that inside draw. And I noticed he was doing it, so I was pressing my defenders and pressing my DBs, and it definitely helped him get block sheds. So that was good. Right here, the pressure just forces him to make a bad throw. And on 4th and 7 at his own 25, he goes for it, and of course he's able to find someone wide open. The safety was right there when he threw it, but I guess as soon as he threw it, the receiver left his zone, so my safety bailed, and that just left him wide open for an uncontested throw. And right there, he just threw it right at me. I just didn't get an animation. Felt like I was in good position to come down with the ball, but unfortunately wasn't able to get it. And Clint Dix makes a big play right there. But on 2nd and 10, he rolls out, and I don't know why my linebacker just stood perfectly still as this receiver ran right past him. But I don't know. It happened. I guess that's what I get for running his zone. And on 2nd and 5, I bring a little bit of pressure, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line, and he just runs it right in with a fullback dive. So with 41 seconds left until the half, he's now up 14-3. So we're just going to try to go ahead and get a quick score right before the half. to try to bring it within one possession, and I'll get the ball to start the second half. And I have a ton of room right there. I feel like if I would have made it past that number 18 right there, I would have had plenty of room to run, as Blake Bortles just misses a wide open throw. And right here, I just throw it right at him. He actually made a very good play, and that was 100% my fault, and I can't be upset with that. I threw it right at him, and he was actually able to come down with it. But I get a big hit fumble right there, and that definitely saves me some points. But with just 5 seconds left, I try to go deep, but he gets a block shed. I was just waiting on someone to get open. So with no time left, 2nd and 18, I just try to get something a little cheesy, go for a screen, pick right about 18 yards up. Might have been a first down if it wasn't the end of the half, but I was just hoping maybe I could break a tackle and take it to the house with Todd Gurley. But that didn't happen. But we're going into the second half, down 14-3. So I'm not trying to get away from my game plan. I'm going to try to just keep maintaining and doing the same thing, and hopefully I can bust off a long run or get a nice drive and score, and I'll be right back in the game. Eventually his cornerbacks like that are going to get block sheds and stuff like that. But that's right here. I forgot to just block the running back, so his B gap came clean, and on that one he just got a block shed, and that's what's most aggravating about that blitz is, it comes screaming in if you don't block it right, and then even if you do block it right, it's not rare for them to get a block shed, especially with my offensive line, and the pressure still gets there just super quick. So it's definitely something very frustrating and hard to go against, as I throw right at him again, and got lucky I didn't throw an interception right there. And on this play, I'm not sure if I pressed the wrong button or what I did. I think I actually audibled into an out route on the right side, thinking he would be in man, but he was in a shallow zone, and he actually went up for that flat, and because of that, he jumped out route. But right here, he celebrates, and Patrick Peterson or Ha Clinton Dix, I'm not sure which one that was. That was Ha Clinton Dix. Didn't give up on the play, and he actually chases him down and forces him to fumble. And right here, Patrick Peterson's trying to make a little bit something happen, and I tried to juke to the right, but he juked to the left. I feel like if he'd have juked to the right, with everyone's stamina so low, I feel like Patrick Peterson had plenty of time and speed to take that one to the house. I don't know if the game just registered it the wrong way or if it was because he was tired, but he just juked the wrong way. And on my very next play, I throw a terrible pass right to him for an interception. And that was the second time I feel like I was in perfect position to come down with a user interception, but I just didn't get any type of animation, so he was able to just walk right into the end zone. So right before the fourth quarter starts, we're down 21-3, and things aren't looking too good for me. I'm not on a losing streak. I won my last 2 games, and one of them was the one that got quit. But for you guys, I lost the last video, and I'm not even sure about the one before that, but I'm definitely trying to avoid picking up, a second straight loss, maybe a third. Actually, it would be my second loss because the game before the last game clinched the playoffs. But anyways, I'm trying to avoid posting a losing streak for you guys, so I'm able to actually score and make it, into a respectable game at least. It's still 2 possession, 21-10. And he's just gonna run the ball, and I think he starts the chew clock right here. And this was the most frustrating thing ever. I have 2 guys on him. He just spins off. The other guy dives, and he actually makes a good cut. And his receiver's able to block my cornerback, and he styles on me as he goes into the end zone to make it a 28-10 game. And it's definitely not looking good. I'm gonna definitely need a very, very quick score, and hopefully a turnover, just to make this game close and down to the wire. But being down 18 is never a good thing, especially with only 3 minutes left. But right here, I go deep. He's got everyone covered. I just lob it up, and Calvin Benjamin. Maybe that's not even Benjamin. I don't know. That was Benjamin. I'm not sure which one it was. But anyways, he's actually able to come down with the catch, and Todd Gurley's able to get some nice yards in the last 2 runs for me. But we take it to the 2-minute warning, and I find a tight end wide open in the middle of the field to actually make it a 28-17 game. And with 3 timeouts left, I'm just going to kick it to him. Hopefully I can get a stop and then a score, and then I would do the onside kick, if I didn't have any timeouts left. But he's actually able to get a decent return to about the 22, and for some reason he decides to pass the ball. Luckily, I'm able to get a big hit. All he's got to do is just run the ball out, and he actually does it right there, and I have to burn a timeout. And on 3rd and 6, he drops back. I'm actually able to get a block shed and a fumble, and then I scoop and score. So just like that, this game is very, very close. We go for 2 to make it 28-25, and we get it. So out of nowhere, it's just a 3-point game, and we're actually in this with 2 timeouts left. I could very easily get a stop and still get the ball with about a minute left. And if I could do that, I feel very confident that I could drive down and at least get a field goal. But when he runs a fullback dive and gets 8 quick yards like that, that definitely doesn't help my chances. And with the first down right there, I'm going to call my last timeout, and he should just be able to run all the clock out. He goes for the toss instead of taking a knee, and I'm almost able to tackle him out of bounds right there. And on 3rd and 10, he runs it again. He ends up getting a delay of game or something. I don't know. But on 4th and 13, he goes deep, and he actually has someone wide open for the touchdown, but he's not able to connect. So we end up losing the game, you guys, but I made it close. It was 28-25. Being down like 28-10, I'll take that. It's not a victory, but I guess that's a little small victory for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll have another video up for you tomorrow. You guys have a great one. Peace.